Everyone. So I'm going to do a brief video on Dacara Thompson, age 19, last seen in Hyattsville, Maryland. Now, she's been missing for about a week. Last her parents knew what was going on with her, she told her father she was going to a gas station, she'd be right back, and they haven't heard from her since. So, to get more into detail, she's 5'2", she weighs 105 pounds, she's African American, very pretty girl. You can look at the pictures here. There's been some speculation as to if her father is involved in her disappearance. I've seen the interviews with the parents. I don't believe that's the case. There's been some speculation. Did she run away? Whatnot? Don't think that's the case either. But they did. What's weird is that they found her car abandoned on a street not far from the gas station with all her belongings in it. And there's video footage showing her getting out of the car and walking away. Now, some people seem to think that she left her hazards on, but no. If you look at the footage, you see the tail lights blinking. And I'm going to have right here, but you see the tail lights blinking. She is remote locking the car as she's walking away.
Dacara's father gave News 4 this surveillance video.
One thing that I thought was telling, the mom had said that she was kind of an introvert. She didn't have a whole lot of friends. She didn't really date. And I'm starting to wonder if she was off meeting someone. Because the mom kept saying, we're very close. We do all these things together. And my thing is, you can be as close to your kids as you want. You can feel they tell you everything, all you want. They're not going to tell you everything. There's going to be things that you'll never know. I was insanely close to my mother. I kept things from her. My kids are close to me, and they've made it clear to me there are things I will never know about them. It is what it is. And if I was the Hyattsville Police Department, or actually Prince George County Police, I would start going through her social media, see if she had a second line, like one of those text now numbers or whatever. Because I truly believe when she left the house, she was going to meet somebody. And that whoever that person is probably knows what happened to her. So there's one of three scenarios that's going on in this case. She's either no longer living, and she met some type of foul play en route to going to meet said person, or said person took her life. Option B, she was lured out and she is now being trafficked, which she's 19, she's beautiful, and she's tiny and petite. I could see that happening, that she's been taken for that purpose. And option 3, which I pray to God is the one that we're dealing with, and please don't take this as me talking smack about the person missing, because I'm not doing that. It's just a better option compared to the other two, and that is she's off being 19, she's met somebody, and she's not thinking about anybody else. She's being a selfish 19-year-old. And of the three options, I pray that's the one, because that means she's alive, she's safe, and she's just didn't want to come home right now. Because compared to the other two, that's the best one, because she's alive and she's enjoying herself. But, look at the footage, look at the pictures, look at everything, and just make your best guess as to what you think happened. But I think she was off meeting someone, and she didn't tell mom and dad who she was meeting, and she wanted to keep it a secret, which is her business, because she's an adult. She's 19. But I think that's where we're at. So this is Rebecca with Red True Crime. Pray for this girl. Hopefully she comes home soon. And it's not one of the other two scenarios. As I always say, be weird, be rude, be safe. And let me say this. For those of you people that are barely adults, when I mean by that, like 18 to about 22, let me throw this out there. You may think you know what you're doing. You may think you know life because you're an adult. However, you don't. And every day you go out socially, you take a risk of running across somebody who is going to possibly hurt you. You may not like your mom and dad's opinion on what you do with your life, but tell somebody what's going on. It may not be your parents, it could be your friend, and give that friend explicit instructions that if you do not come home, they need to tell somebody what's happened, where you went, because people need to know. The more the people know, the safer you will be. there's my PSA for that. So I'm gonna hop off here, but look at the footage. Like I said, she's meeting somebody, I think. So have a good day and be weird, be rude, be safe. Bye.